Oliver, thank you. Well, whether you are taking a road trip or just commuting to work or the grocery store, you're bound to run into one of two things, a highway or train tracks. But was it always like this? Well, in honor of our nation's 250th year of independence, ABC 57's Sidney Moore is diving into why Indiana is the Crossroads of America.
To tell this story, let's go back well before the year 1937 when Indiana was adopted as the Crossroads of America. The first stop on this train ride, the 1830s.
It was the railroads that built this country. It was not the airline industry or the automotive industry. It was the rail industry.
The railroad boom in our state came after we started to realize travel through the major waterways really limited our capabilities. By 1854, Indiana was ranked 5th for rail mileage across the United States. The railway revolution brought communities together and shaped many local cities to what they are today.
It's just a place where a lot of important corridors meet, and because of that, it brought a lot of people to the city and helped fuel our industries a lot by, transporting goods and people here.
Those tracks you pass by on your daily commute may have been once what brought new settlers to our cities, especially in Elkhart, one of the key stopping points for some of the most prestigious trains.
They brought people here that might not have passed through otherwise. Using Elkhart as an example, our downtown was full of theaters and hotels that were, probably specifically geared towards train passengers because this was a very common, passenger train route.
It's pretty hard to travel from coast to coast and not make your way into Indiana. Even looking at our state map, you can see just how many pathways lead to Indianapolis, the center of our state. But the Crossroads of America is an evolving term, going from waterways to trains and more recently, cars. Now, fast forward to the 1950s, travel looked a lot different as the development of highways sparked new jobs and created new pathways throughout our state. Part of that boom thanks to two nationwide highways that stretch from coast to coast, the Dixie Highway and the Lincoln Highway.
And at one point in time, there were only two transnational highways in the United States. And the intersection of those two highways was right here where we're standing right now. But it was really South Bend that was the crossroads of the United States first. And that's our heritage, and we have always been in the middle of it all.
Right at the corner of Washington and Michigan Street in downtown South Bend sits this memorial marker of the groundbreaking intersection. Not only did this help make the city of South Bend what it is today, it made us who we are today.
Being in the middle of everything has brought a lot of diversity to South Bend, and you meet people from other parts of the state who are impressed by the diversity that we have, the Polish neighborhoods that we had, the Hungarian neighborhoods that we had, going back for hundreds of years, and that's what happens when you're the place that everyone's coming through all the time.
Now let's jump to present day. Is Indiana still the Crossroads of America after all this change?
The peak of the railroad industry, the United States had 266,000 rail miles, and today we have about half of that. But that still gives us the largest rail transportation system in the entire world, even though it used to be double its size.
Indiana has distanced itself from that tagline in the last several years because Indiana doesn't just want to be a place that you cross through to get to somewhere else. They want to be a destination.
But at the heart of our state, we are still home to many railways, highways, and pathways to lead you to where your next destination is. One of just many reasons why we are still indivisible 250 years later. Sidney Moore, ABC 57 News.